Howdy ho friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle, your independent Scentsy consultant. If you need a Scentsy consultant, all my information is in that description box below. This is the second special edition of Weekly Wax Meltdown because I'm going to go through the second half of Scentsy's Bring Back My Bars. Last week I went through the first half of the alphabet of the Bring Back My Bar. Today we're going through that second half. And we love Bring Back My Bar time. It's all these retired scents. Many of them we haven't smelled. Most of these I haven't smelled before when I got these 2 weeks ago, I guess. And we have time to stock up. We have time to put these in our club if we love them. So it's a great time in Scentsy land. So today I will give you my usual thoughts on these, and Saturday, because many of you have asked for more information on my personal ranking system and my spreadsheet and kind of where I rank and how I rank scents, I'm going to do a video on Saturday giving you my full ranking system and specifically on the 25 Bring Back My Bar. So keep an eye out for that video, but let's get started for today. First, we've got French toast. A perfect light slice of bread dunked in golden egg batter, dusted with powdered sugar, and finished with a swirl of sweet maple syrup. Bakery lovers rejoice. I feel like this is what bakery lovers like. I can't say personally because I'm not a huge fan of bakery, but this has that like egg batter and cinnamon and maple. I would say equal parts of those three notes basically. I do get like a creamy batter type scent here and quite a bit of that maple and cinnamon when it's warm. And it is super strong. Oh my gosh. I put it in this room and I could smell it way down the hall. So I then took it out and put in actually the next scent we have to talk about. But I put it in the kitchen area. That way, it fit a little more, right? Anyway, great bakery scent. Definite maple, definite cinnamon. If you don't like either of those notes, you probably won't like that, would be my guess. Next, I put Inner Peace inside to clear out that French toast a little bit. This is described as earthy wood notes with unmistakable scent of lemon groves and rejuvenating cypress. So in my first thoughts or first impressions, whatever I called it, video, I said this kind of smells like citronella to me. And it does, absolutely. On cold, it, gives you that lemon cleaner, citronella, like heavy, sharp, pungent smell. Warm, it was a very sophisticated lemon scent. And I mean, it did not smell like citronella. It did not smell like a cleaner. Yes, it's lemon, but it was so elevated when it was warm. That cypress, the woodsiness, and that lemon blended so well. I really like this, and it was a good, decent performer here, and it definitely cleared out that French toast pretty quick too. So this is a good one. If, like me, the coconut lemongrass is a little much for you, that lemongrass is too much for you, this is a good one to substitute that. I can't handle the lemongrass. It is too much, I guess too sharp, too, I don't know, grassy almost too. And this one, perfect replacement. This is probably going to go in my club, or at least get stocked for a few of them. All right, next we've got another good one. Lemon Coconut Chiffon. Melt in your mouth lemon custard layered with butter cake and sprinkled with toasted coconut. So, I'm happy to report that weird, gross, toasted note that I mentioned in first impressions totally went away. I get lemon pound cake, basically. I think this is what we all wanted the Easter lemon drizzle cake to be. And it almost was, but it just wasn't quite. This is lemon butter cake for sure. Pound cake, that type of scent. And just a hint of that toasted coconut. It's not, you may not even know it's there, except you read it in the description. Very nice. As far as sweet, I guess, you know, the lemon's definitely sweeter, but it's because of that pound cake. And as far as performance, I would say average, about a medium. I don't know that I would try open concept with this. Maybe if you had enough wax to put in that open concept, it would work, but try that at your own risk. But you could try it. Next I've got Love and Happiness. This is described as glazed chestnut, vanilla, and sugar cane. Divine temptation. Divine temptation. Okay. I know many of you love this, and I like it. I don't love it. I actually first tried this in an average sized bedroom, such as this. And I did my usual. I put 2 cubes in 2 different warmers, good performing warmers. And that chestnut for me is foremost, majority of the scent, especially in an average size room. Very close to smell like a burning wood, like a smoky woodsiness from that chestnut. And I was just kind of like, what am I smelling? It must be too much for just an average size room. So I did my little process of take the dishes off the heat, let them cool, got them out when they were still a little pliable, and put them in the large living room, high ceilings. Much better there. I did like it a lot more there, but still that main note that I get from it is the chestnut. And maybe again, it's one of those scents that it's just not the time of year for this. Maybe. The vanilla and the sugar cane, okay, sure. It sweetens it up a little bit and smooths it out a little bit, but it's chestnuts. I get mainly chestnuts here. And I would say super strong, if you didn't get that already from my description. But, you know, I want to love it. And maybe I would in cooler months. It's definitely unique. If you like chestnut scents, that's what I get here. It's not like it's peanut butter or, you know, that kind of nut. It's like a roasted chestnut with a little sweetness to it. Anywho, yeah. I don't know that I'll be getting any more of this one. I might, just one. We'll see. Next I've got Love You Very Much. This is a fragrance to crush on, bursting red berries, dreamy white peach, and tart cranberry finished with a splash of vanilla. Okay. If it says all that stuff is in there, I'll take their word for it. Warm. I would say 90% is a tart cranberry. That's what stood out in this scent for me. Warm. On cold, I do get those other berries. Maybe even a little bit of peach. But warm, it was just tart cranberry. Not even sweet, just tart cranberry. A cranberry as is, no added sweetness. That's what I got warm. As far as strength, it was average. I don't think it would do very well in at least my house in the open concept area. But all your houses are different. All your noses are different. So definitely try it if you like cranberry, berry type of scents. I do, and that's definitely why I tried it. Gave it a try. Next is My Only Sunshine. Start your day with a smile as you experience golden tuberose and jasmine, balanced by sandalwood, vanilla, and glowing amber. So this is one of the few scents that I have smelled before this Bring Back My Bar. I love this scent. I would say it's mostly tuberose and amber. Mostly, maybe even amber. But the description does not give it justice, okay? This gives me a feeling, I'll put it like that. On the very few days we have here in Southeast Texas, where it is not cold, not hot, not even warm, and you walk out into the sun, and you can feel the warmth hitting your skin. That's the feeling that this bar gives me. It's the sun hitting my skin, but it's not cold, it's not hot outside, so it feels like it's warming me up, and I don't mind that it's warming me up, you know? Yeah, it's a good feeling scent. How about that? And guess what I also found in my stash of, in my stash of room sprays. Look at that, My Only Sunshine, and probably almost full. It's even got a dent. Where is it? There. A little dent in it. Anyway, I forgot I had this. Well, not really. I thought I had it, but I thought I had thrown it away, actually, because I hadn't used it. But no, I put it where all my other room sprays were, so now I can pull it out and use it. Okay, next we've got Pineapple Coconut Vanilla. This is currently available in body care, so most of us know what it smells like. Ride the wind along coconut, pineapple blush, and blue fig. This is based on number 9 of Scentsy Skin Fragrance. Back when they were into the fragrances, like almost perfumes, they had number 9, number 7, whatever. Anyway, okay. So, this is at least here very strong. Melting, mostly I get the fig, but not an earthy, dirty fig, like a body care fig mixed with coconut and a little pineapple. But I would say the biggest scent here to me is the fig. So it's funny that they don't even include it in the name, but fig and coconut. That's what I get. But not earthiness. I don't really get an earthiness from that fig here. Maybe a little tartness from that pineapple. And warm. A medium to strong, maybe. It might do good in a larger area. Next, we've got root beer float. Who loves root beer float? Let me know down below before I tell you anything about my thoughts. Okay. You definitely get that root beer sassafras root scent in here. Yes, it smells like root beer. Not a float, root beer. But almost artificial, chemically, like a chemical root beer. If I hold it out here, I don't really get that chemical note, but when it's warm, for sure. Anyway, it's great to try, maybe to have around for random times you feel like root beer, but, you know, it's not something, I don't think, that most people would want their house to smell like all the time. A decent scent throw, for me at least. Next I've got Simply Irresistible. Okay, lavender with a strong woody background and amber, moss, and musk. So, I would say, to my nose, the main scents I get in here are moss and lavender. Kind of equal parts, maybe a hint more moss. I get a little more green note, mossy, grassy kind of note to this, with lavender close second. And then the amber and musk is just, you know, a little bit, maybe 10% each. It's nice. It's a good, fresh, masculine cologne type scent. It's not super overwhelmingly strong like they can be sometimes. So if you occasionally like the masculine cologne scent, give that a try. Next, Summer Rain. I tried this when it first came out, but was excited to try it again because I couldn't really remember what it smelled like. It's described as dew sprinkled cyclamen, fresh botanicals, and a pinch of black lava salt capture the earthy sweet scent of passing summer storm. So cold, and when it first starts warming, I get a lot of that lush botanical kind of green type of note. But when this really gets going and has time to spread a little bit, I guess, and fill the room, it's a nice kind of after rain feeling. It is, you know, kind of not ozone, just fresh, like a fresh start, you know, a fresh start to your day, to your wax, to your room, whatever, with a little bit of that salt, but not like a salty sea air. Very nice. This did fairly well scent-wise. I'm actually going to get a few bars and try this in a larger area to see if it smells different, because sometimes they do that. You know, smell different in a large versus a small room. So I'm excited to try this again. And I'm also, the cubes that I have left, I'm going to do in a different room. I did this time in this room right here. Very nice, refreshing, clean. And I don't get a lot of floral from it necessarily, so don't let the floral part scare you. All right. Ooh, controversial scent next. Very Perry Pumpkin. This is described as sweet nashi pear, freshly picked pumpkin, tart green apple, and toasted spices are carried on a breeze of crisp autumn air. I don't know what all that description is. Okay, let's back up a little bit. When I first smelled this, in my first impressions, I was like, no way. It smells like rotten fruit. Don't like it. Can't stand it. Ugh, you know? And then, you know how, do you do this too? Do you go back and like smell things again like the next day? And maybe the next day, and you smell them again, and sometimes they kind of change to you, you know? So I was doing that. And the gross rotten fruit kind of went away, but it still smelled weird. But I thought, I'm going to warm it. I also warmed it in this room right here, average size bedroom. And walking down the hall, before I got in the room slightly, I could smell it, and I was like, what is that? Oh, that's that pumpkin wax. So I would walk in the room. Oh, it's not too bad. It just smelled like pumpkin, like not cooked, not canned, like fresh pumpkin. A little bit of pear. I got a little bit of pear, you know, after I was like standing in the room, like, oh, kind of surprised. It's not bad. And of course, then I'm watching other people's, you know, first sniffs, first impressions. And if you don't watch her, Johanna Allen here on YouTube, she nailed it on the head. It smells like pumpkin baby food. That's what it smells like. Pumpkin baby food. You know, it's mainly just a pure pumpkin scent, maybe a little pear thrown in. That is exactly what this smells like. Warm as well, cold and warm. So, I say give it a try. Beware, you probably aren't going to like it at first, but give it a try. I think this will be a good mixer. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not usually like scents with cinnamon or those fall spices that most companies put in everything. This doesn't have those fall spices, but it's pumpkin. So, I'm not saying I'm putting it in my club. I'm not. But I might buy a few to have some on hand to mix. You know, mix it with Johnny Appleseed. I'm going to be doing that with these. Yeah. I'm going to mix it with Johnny Appleseed, have an apple pumpkin, make a pumpkin apple scent of my own where it does not have spices. Yeah. Anyway, so if you can't tell, I don't love it. I don't put it in my club, but I am pleasantly surprised. And average scent, not super strong, but like I said, I did smell it outside this room just a little bit, with the door open, of course. I don't close my doors, but all right. Last but not least, if you stayed this long, thank you. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Last one, Zeppelin. Notes of refreshing citrus, green sage, herbaceous vetiver, and earthy sandalwood to create an experience that will take you to new heights. Okay. So, I'm very picky with the masculine scents, and that's what this fits into, is the masculine cologne type scent. It's definitely got a good amount of that citrus to kind of calm down that green, like, sage note. But for me, still just a bit too much of that sage and vetiver and sandalwood, kind of that woodsy, earthy note. Just a little bit too much for me. But the whole scent is a nice, a little bit subdued, kind of an adult version of, you know, a cologne scent. So not really offensive, kick you out of the house. A nice, subtle scent. We'll put it that way. So that is Zeppelin. Average throw. Recommend, especially if you love those masculine scents, but even if you don't, this is a good one to try, along with the Simply Irresistible. The two that were in this collection, definitely try them, even if you don't like those masculine strong scents. Okay, that's it for today. Like I said, stay tuned for that Saturday video. I'm excited to do this, to give you my thoughts and my full ranking system. Now, you don't get to see my spreadsheet, but I'm going to tell you how I rank all of these and the first half. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is doing well. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.